Yeah, but I suppose a bit of a change. All right, last year we were at this stage we were looking on from the sidelines, and myself personally, I was in my leg in a brace and not in a good place mentally. So you'd be just glad to be playing and glad to be involved at this stage of the championship. It's great to be in an All-Ireland quarter final and getting back up to Croker as well is massive. Yeah, it's a tough challenge. It's the toughest challenge I've ever faced myself. Both mentally and physically, I'd say you need to take yourself to places that I probably haven't been before. Just pushing yourself through pain, pushing yourself through maybe barriers that you think are there, and then you overcome them and you realise, God, yeah, I can do it again. And there's all sorts of doubts go through your head, like, will I be able to play again? Will I be able to get to the level that I want to get? And but ultimately, I'm delighted with the way I came back and proud of what I've done and just happy to be playing again. It's a combination, I'd say. Liam is a brilliant manager, and he's assembled an unbelievable backroom team around him, and I think the players as well, were very disappointed with how last year went, and we're obviously very anxious to try and put things right this year. And we've had a very positive year. Disappointing Munster Final defeat, obviously, but we're not going to let that deflect us too much, because at the end of the day we have an All-Ireland series now to look forward to, and the big prize is still up for grabs, so we're going to give it everything now to try and get that. No, I suppose if you said it at the start of the year you'd be playing Laois in a quarter final, you might not have expected that, but full credit for their victory over Dublin, and it just shows that they can mix it with the top tier counties, and we're going to have to make sure that they don't take another scalp on Sunday. Yeah, definitely. I think at this stage of the year, when you get to an All-Ireland quarter final, complacency shouldn't be an issue, no matter who you're playing. And I was surprised, I suppose, that Laois won, but not shocked. We had played them in a challenge match earlier in the year, and I'd been following their games in the Joe McDonagh, and I'd seen the brand of hurling that they were playing, and the fact that they were in O'Moore Park as well. I knew that they had a great chance. So I was surprised that they got the victory, but not shocked. And it does go to show, if you are complacent, or if you're not at your peak, no different to ourselves. We were off when we played Limerick, and we suffered as well. A 12-point defeat. After having a win over them 2 weeks before, so that's the nature of the game, and you have to make sure you're right on the day, no matter who you're playing. No, and that's the beauty of it, I suppose, in a sense, the fact that especially when you have a defeat, you get to look forward to another game straight away. There's been years when and even if it happens in the All-Ireland series, it's a knockout game, and if you lose the game, you have to wait till the following year to try and get back up in the horse, as they say. But no, it's great now that we were able to reset, get back in training straight away, and look forward to a quarter final, and it's great to be back up in Croke Park. I'm looking forward to getting out on the pitch again. I wouldn't say a lot of soul searching. It wasn't as deep as that. It was a defeat, and when you've played 4 really positive games and had 4 really positive performances, you can't let one defeat like that knock you back. Maybe that's something we've been guilty of in the past, that we've maybe overthought things, and but certainly for myself, I suppose, being through a lot with the experience that we've had over the number of years, you just have to take it for what it is. It was a defeat and a poor performance, and we can rectify that, and our chance to rectify it is next Sunday, starting with a game against Laois. So not too much soul searching, just a little bit, I suppose. Absolutely, yeah. But look, when you're at quarter final stage, the team that have gotten there are there on merit, and Laois are there on merit. They bet Dublin fair and square, and they were fully deserved for the victory. So you cannot be complacent, you cannot take anything for granted when you get to an All-Ireland quarter final stage. So the opponent really doesn't matter, in the sense that you have to focus, you have to prepare the same way that you would for any team, and that's the way we'll be approaching this game on Sunday. We have to prepare and make sure that we're at our top level to get a win. No, absolutely not. And a team that has nothing to lose, I suppose, is a dangerous team as well. So they've achieved their targets, I suppose, in the sense of winning Joe McDonagh, and I think they would admit that they're probably in bonus territory now. They haven't been in an All-Ireland quarter final in a long time, so they've nothing to lose. So that means they're a dangerous animal to be coming up against, and we need to make sure that we're ready for them.